Welcome back to another episode of the Real Health Podcast. I'm joined by a special guest, Dr. Andrew Cox. He is our physical therapist at the Real Health Company, and so we're super excited to be having him today just chat through recovery. So today, we're going to talk all about central nervous system recovery and training loads, stress loads, and matching that properly with recovery and what that all feels like, that all means on like a day-to-day basis. And this like hyper data collective society of Oura rings and wearables where we're tracking heart rate variability, we're tracking rest and recovery, as well as training loads and stress loads. How do we all marry that? How do we prevent injury? How do we feel like on a day-to-day basis we can conquer anything? So today we're going to talk about resiliency and overall how do you wake up daily and feel rested and recovered and ready to take on the day? Before we get into today's episode, just a reminder that on Tuesday, the 23rd, here at the Health Factory from 4 to 6, we are doing our back to school event. This is a free workshop or a free event for kids. Parents obviously come, bring the kids. We're going to do free spinal assessments. Dr. Andrew will actually be doing free backpack checks just to kind of help you understand ergonomics of backpacks and why that's detrimental to our kids' posture today. We'll do adjustments, free adjustments for kids, as well as tons of giveaways. Wooden spoon will come out for the first 50 kids. And we'll be giving away free shaved ice. So all natural shaved ice from Wooden Spoon. So thanks Dylan and Paige for coming out to that event. All right, let's dive in. So when talking through stress, training, recovery, and what we I guess should feel like on a day-to-day basis, when you wake up and you think about your training, some days you're just motivated and some days you're not. And there's a lot of different factors that go into that. But if we just start there, if we just start with that conversation of, hey, I just don't feel like I want to work out today. Is that stressed? Is that over-trained or overstressed? Dr. Andrew, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Not always. Some days are good days. Some days are bad days. I think there's always going to be a fluctuation. There's so many elements that play into the idea of recovery and being recovered. With our more complex lives, you got family, you've got social demands, your nutrition changes, your hydration changes, things change hormonally for the women. Maybe your sleep was off, the moon phases. There are a whole lot of elements that play into it. And to get something that's constant when it comes to your recovery and because training load is easy to manage.
Yes.
You can say, all right, I'm basically at 70%
Yep.
Of effort with 10 reps, 3 sets. And you can say, okay, there we are. You can even measure it out and using resistance and say, okay, this is exactly where we are. We know what our load is.
Yeah.
But then your recovery is not always going to be the same. So to allow ourselves a little bit of that grace in that moment, I think is a really good thing. It's like, hey, if it's a good day, all right, let's get to work. Let's have some fun. If it's not a great day, then let's back off a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, every day I really do. I'm in the pursuit of performance. And most people would when you think performance, a lot of people I think associate that with physical performance. Like I'm going to go run a PR today. I'm going to go lift a PR today.
Yeah.
But that's not really my goal. It's like a brain PR. My desire is that every day I wake up and I just feel robust mentally and feel healthy from a internal peace standpoint, drive.
Yeah.
And so when I feel like I don't have the brain injury or brain energy, like we would just say the opposite of that. It's like brain fog, or muscles are super sore.
Yeah.
It can take me to a place of, okay, how do I get back to that? I'm always trying to pursue and peak performance mentally. And so I think there is a component there that nutrition matters and sleep matters. But talking about training loads, how do we know if our body is like physically, if it's close to injury? Like, is there any warning signs that says, hey, you need to back off? This is a warning sign your body's telling you. It's not really about brain, your energy levels, or your desire. We're talking about now injury state. How do I know if I'm getting close to that cliff?
Yes. So, sometimes injuries just happen. Contact sports, of course, right? You're just gonna get bumped. When it comes to training injuries, though, you can decrease the chance of that by, they call it, where do some of these injuries or pains come from? You be on one of two spectrums. You've done too little for too long. That's a lot of the population. And then you've done too much too fast. So really, training is sometimes going slower than we think we should.
Yeah.
And being a little more methodical about that median of our training, or maybe call it like the peak of our training effort, like where that ceiling is, if we're working towards some goal, that you're pushing up and you're working that bar further and further up. It's going to likely be slower than you think. And so to take it, give yourself a little more time, start your training for the event a little slower, a little longer ahead of time, give yourself more time. And so that way that if you have a bad day, hey, you can back it off a little bit. But you know that you've got the time to the next training day or training cycle, and step it up and continue to kind of push that
That's
bar
so
up
true.
and up.
I agree that I think where we think we should be where we are, a lot of times are in constant conflict. And when we set a goal, usually it's short-sighted. It's a goal that we want to accomplish in 30 days, 60 days. Let's take weight loss, for instance. I want to lose 10 pounds in 30 days. Ain't going to happen, nor should it even be that way. Like healthy weight loss is probably half a pound a week. That's like aggressive and that's healthy. So when I have a conversation with a patient who's lost 2 pounds in a month, I said, that's fantastic. That's amazing. 2 pounds in a month is incredible because you're nourishing your body. You're not burning your muscle and you're losing fat, as well as creating a healthy habit for longevity. So the same thing's true with training. When we think about our training load, and I think that's why it's so important to have a coach or someone to lead us in this area. Hey, if we haven't run a marathon and we're like, I'm going to run a marathon in the fall and we're in the summer, ain't going to happen. Like in a healthy way. You could probably do it.
Yeah.
But we would definitely be in that injurious state.
Oh, yeah. Guy in college, he was like on a bet, ran a half, and came away with stress fractures in both feet.
Sure.
He did it.
Sure.
But
That's
no
right.
training, made it through. But
that's right. That's exactly
using
right.
boots after that, right?
That's exactly right. So are there any warning signs that even though we're on let's just say we take the person who is training on a day-to-day basis. So they are the weekend warrior, or they are running, or they're training their body. They're the mom who is working out, or they're the dad who's strength training, and they're having these symptoms of their body, like little pains.
Yeah.
When should we think about, hey, this pain, it's been here for a week, it's been here for a month, it's been here for 3 months. Is it a problem? At what point do we start to be concerned? Like, hey, this isn't just a little tweak, a little sense of pain. This is probably maybe a chronic problem.
Yeah.
What are some warning signs for that?
Yeah. I'd kind of have two categories there. You've got the aches and pains that creep in when you're training. And then you have that general overtraining category where you're like you have your system is in a catabolic state instead of an anabolic state. So terms that are describing the breakdown of tissue versus the buildup of tissue. There's hormones that kind of relate to both of them. But overtraining syndrome is a place where your body is now in a state, and there's a whole bunch of effects. There's different lenses to look at it through: metabolite, hormonal, nervous system. That's one of the bigger ones that we look at, where we see the balance of the nervous system, sympathetic, or the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic, and parasympathetic. And instead of there being a good balance there where you're generally in the rest and relaxation world, instead your system is stuck in a fight or flight world.
Yeah.
Hormones are more catabolic, or the breaking down side of things. In that state, we're going to be looking at like fatigue, chronic
So fatigue,
stress.
the effort is not. You don't feel like your effort matches what the schedule plan is.
Yes.
That would be fatigue. Like, okay, I gotta go run 5 miles, and like 3.5, 4 miles, you're just
Gassed.
like gassed. Or
Yeah.
I've got to do 3 sets of 12 reps at 80% load or 70% load or whatever it is, and consistently, it's like hey, I just did this last week, but this week feels like I can only get 9, 10 reps.
Yeah.
2 reps short.
Yes.
That fatigue, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, like you're moving through sand.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
you just like don't have the get up and go.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a good day, you know it. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, you feel energized, you feel warm inside.
Yeah.
It's like you're like kind
Yeah.
of percolating. You're
Yeah.
ready to like, let's make something happen. That should happen more often than not. Now you're running into times, right? And you can like, I just slept terrible. Or ate crappy because we
Yeah.
had a big party. And
Yep.
so you just work through it, but it shouldn't be the norm every time you get in there. It really starts to affect things. Mental clarity be one of them. And you had mentioned a time frame, like a week or two. Really, if you're really getting into the syndrome itself, we're probably talking months, like 3 to 6 months. And then that's when it starts becoming, like, don't let it get that far. Your system starts to groove this overtraining world, and it becomes much more difficult to recover that sense of vitality that we should be living out of.
Yeah, so if
our
we're in this like chronic state of fatigue, like plateau, maybe even like chronic tension, pain in localized areas for more than a month, we're now a couple months in. Hey, we're kind of in this chronic state. We got to back off. We got to reassess, and we got to maximize recovery.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
So-
it comes to local pains, maybe give it a week,
Yeah.
2 max,
Okay.
and then it's like, hey, let's start to
So if
explore
I have
this.
so if I'm bench pressing, I've got a let's just say a chronic pain in my left shoulder that's been there for 2 weeks. Every time I bench press,
Yeah.
should I be concerned?
I'd start to ask questions at
Yeah.
that point, right? Because sometimes, like, again, it's you move funny, you push the limit just a little hard. That's good. You know, we want to push the bar up. But it's like, ow, that's a real pain.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between a muscle pain
That's
and
right.
a pain. And
Yeah.
we know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a signal.
Yes.
Your body's just talking to you.
That's all it is.
Pain's
That's
not a
right.
bad thing. It's a good thing. The kids who don't have pain, they don't survive. There's
Yes.
terrible stories about that. So pain is a good thing, a signal for us, but we listen to it. We do need to respect it.
Yeah.
And after a couple weeks, it's worth considering what's going on. Asking about mechanics, asking about training load, asking about overall recovery state,
Yeah.
where we are with that.
That's good. Yeah. Now going on to the other side, the person that isn't that they're undertrained, which is most of our general population, undertrained, underworked physically, overworked mentally, chemically, nutritionally.
Yes.
And what we find here is that they're in pain every day.
Yeah.
But it's not because of training. It's because of poor nutrition, poor movement, decreased movement, no movement, poor sleeping habits. They're not getting adjusted. They're not doing healthy like mobility programs, whatever. We can keep going on the list.
Yeah.
So these people, now you all of a sudden start moving them and they hurt more. And they're like, whoa, I'm not supposed to hurt more. But yet I have this conversation with patients all the time. We want you to move through your pain, not just always stop when you feel like hey, this is hurting. This is hurting. This is hurting. No, it's okay to actually hurt as we move and explore movement and range of motion. It's expected that you may actually feel sore the next day. How do we speak to this population group that's like, hey, okay, I'm not moving, but I feel like every time I do move, I hurt. What should this like next step be for this person?
Yeah. This is the chronic pain world.
Yeah, this is the chronic pain world.
Yeah.
Which is super,
It's hard. It's
neuroscience, chemistry, nutrition. There's a lot of things that go into it. And there's also the emotion we tie into the mind, and how we perceive pain
Yes.
is so important as well.
Yeah. Is it a threat
Is it a threat?
or is it just a signal?
Yep.
Because sometimes it is. Sometimes our body, because of physiological processes, hyperanalgesia or allodynia are terms that we use to describe like pain that's beyond what we would typically expect, and they kind of delineate it in funny ways. But basically, we can have pain from something that isn't threatening or harmful to our body. And people in chronic pain are experiencing that kind of thing, and really got to start to frame life and that pain in a different way. So we're going to say, all right, pain is a signal. It's not a threat.
Yeah.
We're going to acknowledge the signal, but we need to frame it, and we need to set it off to the side over here and realize that we have the rest of life over here.
That's good.
We have function, we have the things that we love, the things that we enjoy, and we know what like a healthy life looks like. And so let's pursue that and move towards that, despite what this pain is doing over here. Oftentimes that pain will resolve if we just stay the course, move in the direction of resilience, building strength, putting the right things in our bodies, putting the right things in our minds, being healthy socially, participating in things we enjoy.
Yeah.
The pain will resolve. Not always. Sometimes it's there, and that's okay. Because now we've said, okay, we've got this over here, this pain, but we've reclaimed what we had lost because of it beforehand.
That's right. Yeah, that's the win, right? The win is, all right, we're going to go through this. We're going to get you stronger, fitter, more efficient. We're gonna create movement patterns you haven't explored in a while. We're gonna get you sitting down, standing up, bending over, reaching overhead. And what if you still had pain, but had all of that movement back, versus just had pain and had none of that functionality? Anybody would take the pain. Then doesn't matter. It's the functionality that matters, right? And I think in our society, we just expect that we're supposed to be pain-free. But this is not true. No. We should expect injury, right? We should expect pain. We are all going to experience trauma, injury, and pain through our life, right? At one point in our life, we're going to experience something of that nature.
Yep, for sure.
But has that kept us from continuing to explore movement and functionality? And that's where reclaiming life and freedom is so important. Regardless of pain, are we still moving the direction of a body motion stays in motion? Yes.
You said it many times in the clinic. Like, someone comes in and they're the kind of person already that has that mindset that I'm going to get better. Like, what's the number one predictor of low back pain in their recovery? The belief that they will get better.
Absolutely.
The mind that creates the hope and the positive expectation drives the actions in someone's life that will build the positive recovery.
It's great.
And so realizing that says, okay, let's get back to like our fundamental beliefs about pain and what it is, and not let that pain, because it does, right? Chronic pain, it turns our eye inward.
It does.
Instead of focusing outside, we're focusing inside our body.
It does.
Depression kind of thing set in. and all of a sudden our world gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And that's not the way to live.
Yeah, I mean, a perfect example is Bob, who's got the shoulder issue, and every day you talk to him, how's your shoulder? It's better. It may be 5% better, but it's better.
That's right.
It's better. I can go
right.
here now before I can go here.
Yeah.
But
Celebrating our
it's-
wins.
Yeah, but it's better. It's 1% better. It's 2% better. It's 5% better. It's 10% better. Few weeks, now he's doing things he's never done before because he's committed to, I'm going to get better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's also committed to saying, hey, what I'm doing is good for me, regardless of how I feel. I know this is beneficial. I know this is good. I know this is nourishing. I know this is right.
Yeah.
A lot of people in nutrition, a lot of people I say, hey, we need to go this route nutritionally. And they're like, I didn't feel better. It's been 3 days. I don't feel better. It's been a week. I don't feel better. It's been a month.
The quick fix.
Yeah,
mentality.
it takes time and repetition to create healthy patterns and for your body and nervous system to respond accordingly.
Healthy patterns. Yeah. Like it's not a P90X
That's right.
thing. It's not just 90 days. It's how can we rebuild healthy habits, lifestyles, routines. People come in doing rehab 2-3 times a week. We're like, hey, like you are creating the foundation for you not being in this kind of pain anymore. You can't just stop. 2 or 3 times a week, whatever this routine is, you need to continue it afterwards because this is you'll just revert right back to that state where the pain began.
And so we're going to leave today's episode with some practical applications. So in your space of recovery, we're talking about how to improve recovery so that we can continue our training load, continue our progression of whatever our desires are. Give me 2 to 3 things that you feel like are a necessity when it comes to recovery, whether it's nervous system, metabolics, emotional, or physical. Give me a couple things, give the listeners a couple things that you love to focus in on when it comes to recovery.
Yeah. I think nutrition is huge. Our body burns a lot. And in training specifically, we are asking a lot of our body. We're breaking things down. We're challenging it. And if we're not fueling it well, then it has nothing to draw from, doesn't have the right things to draw from. Or if our gut biome is goofed up, then you're just not going to get there. You can train as hard as you want, but you're working against yourself. You're breaking down instead of building back up.
It's good.
Sleep is a huge one. That period of recovery, I think it's more mental than physical. The reorganization of the brain, because it's very alive at night, even though your body is still. Reorganizing, processing, resetting for the next day. Even an hour less than you would typically need over time has profound impact. And there's so many studies regarding sleep and athletic performance and high-level athletic performance and recovery. In that world, when it comes to training and the higher levels of training, it's a huge topic.
Yeah, 1 to 2 hours of reduced sleep increases your injury risk by like 20%. That's and it's not in like a year. It's 20% increase in injury risk within a couple of weeks.
Yes.
That's how important sleep is for sure.
Yep. Yeah, and other than that, I think just mindset when it comes to our training. Are we being smart about it? Not letting our ego get the best of us. Playing the long game. I want to be training so that when I'm 70, I'm still getting after it.
Yeah.
There's guys down here at Rhema and over at Armor, and they're 60, 70, and they're getting after it.
They're getting after it.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Don't want to kill myself. Don't want to keep on PRing for forever
That's right.
As if that's going to prove something here in my 30s or 40s, break everything down, and then live in a chronic state of overtraining and have nothing to give later on in life.
What I love about how you view physical therapy is you move people, you get people moving, restoring function. You're not just hooking them up to a bunch of machines and billing their insurance hundreds and thousands of dollars. You care about the person. You care about their mind, their mindsets. You care about their training load. And so you have a beautiful way of helping people overcome injuries, becoming resilient, and returning to high levels of function. So we appreciate everything that you do. Today's episode is really kind of framing out recovery, but also just talking about the science of what happens to the body when we are potentially in a under-recovered or overtrained situation. Don't let yourself get there. We're here to help. So feel free to reach out to the Real Health Company through the Health Factor or Armor Health, and we'd be happy to help and serve you in any way possible. As always, thanks again for listening to another episode of the Real Health Podcast.